The PRS licensed Smooth Groovers podcasts contain smooth jazz, jazz funk, soul, and much more.
You're listening to the Smooth Groovers, the home of some of the best jazz funk, soul, chill, and more. Available live, podcast, or stream.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Smooth Groovers review, and this is Dr. Groove. This is Beyond the Groove. Enjoy.
Smooth Groovers, in association with castlab.co.uk, training excellence in developing your podcast. You're listening to the Smooth Groovers Show for great jazz, funk, soul, chill, and more with the Doc.
Just watch it.
Certainly a blast from the past. That is Gangsters of the Groove by Heatwave. You are listening to The Doc. Welcome to the Smooth Groovers for great jazz, funk, soul, chill and more. And that's a perfect example of the variety that we have here on the Smooth Groovers. We have a bit of soul, a bit of funk and also some great smooth jazz as well. Well, let's continue with a bit of variety. Charlie Path next with Marvin Gaye, and then we've got some nuggets coming up.
We got this king size to ourselves. Don't have to share with no one else. Don't keep your secrets to yourself. It's Kama Sutra show and tell. Yeah. Whoa. There's loving in your eyes that pulls me closer. It's so subtle. I'm in trouble, but I love to be in trouble with you. Let's Marvin Gaye and get it on. You got the healing that I want, just like they say in the song. Until the dawn, let's Marvin Gaye and get it on. You got to give it all to me. I'm screaming mercy, mercy, please. Just like they say in the song. Until the dawn, let's Marvin Gaye and get it on. And when you leave me all alone, I'm like a stray without a home. I'm like a dog without a bone. I just want you for my home. I got to have you, babe. There's love in your eyes that pulls me closer. It's so subtle. I'm in trouble, but I'd rather be in trouble with you. It's Marvin Gaye and get it on. Ooh, babe, I got that healing that you want, yeah. Like they say in the songs, on to the dawn, let's Marvin Gaye and get it on. Let's Marvin Gaye and get it on. You got that healing that I want, just like they say in the song. Until the dawn, let's Marvin Gaye and get it on, babe. You got to give it up to me. I'm screaming mercy, mercy, please. Just like they say in the song. Until the dawn, let's Marvin Gaye and get it on. Just like they say in the song. Until the dawn, let's Marvin Gaye.
The Smooth Groover Nuggets on Radio Hilling.
I've been really trying, baby, trying to hold back this feeling for so long. And if you feel like I feel, baby, then come on. Oh, come on. Woo. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Let's love, baby. Let's get it on. Sugar, let's get it on. Ooh, we're all sensitive people with so much to give. Understand each other. Since we got to be here, let's live. I love you. There's nothing wrong with me loving you, baby. No, no. And giving yourself to me can never be wrong if the love is true. Oh, baby.
great classic album tracks back to back. The Smooth Groover Nuggets on Radio Hillingdon.
brilliant Jonathan Butler there with Coming Home. Now, Jonathan Butler was recently on a Smooth Jazz tour over in South Africa, and I know a lot of people that were on it, and they had a great time with all the fantastic artists. Talking about Smooth Jazz cruises and tours, and you know, back in May this year, I had a chance to meet Ollie Silk, and now I've got an interview with him. I think I've played it before, but because he's actually going to be in concert over the next couple of weeks in London, I thought we'd listen to it again. Well, let's start off first with Gratified with Julian Bourne and Ollie Silk, and then we've got Ollie Silk as our featured artist for the hour. Okay, I'm with Ollie Silk. Ollie Silk, thank you so much for your time.
Savvy, it's a pleasure, my friend. How you doing?
Yeah, you know what? Recovering from all the dancing that you're forcing me to do at the Smooth Jazz events that have been taking place over the last week, over at the start of May. What a start to May. How has it been for you as the host this year? Lots of organising, playing as well, and then coordination in terms of actually on stage. I mean, being a stage manager at the same time.
It's been a blast. I've loved it. It's been really demanding. You're absolutely right. We got here Monday, we're straight into rehearsals, and like you say, I've been playing keyboards for some of the other artists on the show, but also this time with comparing everything, just keep everything organised. And yeah, it's been great, man. I'm I'm honoured that they've entrusted me with it.
Well, you had the fancy, deep burgundy velvet jacket on the first night with the matching
The
shoes.
Circus Master one, yeah.
So the other thing was that you organised the Quincy Jones tribute, which was, I have to tell you, it was absolutely incredible. All the favourites were there. You went back in time, forward in terms of like some of the more recent stuff as well. And yeah, Razzmatazz, the lovely story you told about the early albums that you bought when you were a kid and you used to play those tracks. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. That was like the dude was, as far as I'm told, because I don't remember, I was too little. The dude was the first LP that kind of came into my little tiny hands on my little record player that my parents bought me. In fact, it was that, and I had I had two. That was the first LP, and then the first 7-inch records that I had was Mud, Tiger Feet. Do you remember that song? Yeah. And Einstein a Go-Go. Remember that song?
Oh my word!
Yeah. So these three records, like I'm always been told, like they were the first three records that you had. But as far as the dude is concerned, as I said, like I Know Corrida, like I think I used to try and sing it, and I could barely say anything
with
at the time.
High pitch.
Yeah. little voice, like I barely say, a few words. But I always used to say, I play I Know Corrida, and I used to put the needle on the record, man.
Brilliant stuff. So the other thing I was going to ask you about was, so you just come off a tour because you've been with the support group, which is absolutely vital. Matt Goss, is that right? And now you're going to be in Pizza Express with Mark James in August of 2025, right?
Yep, that's right.
It's going to be a major gig, and we'll be there to support you like normal.
Mate, absolutely. It'll be a pleasure to see you. We're doing August 8th and 9th at Pizza Express. Tickets went on sale today, in fact. So can I tell them where to go to get tickets? So you go to smoothjazzevents.co.uk. If you fancy it, myself, I'm guitarist Mark James, ex Simply Red, like absolute legend. We're gonna have a vocalist. We're gonna do all the hits. We're gonna do some nice vocal covers and stuff. We did it a couple of years ago, and it was an absolute blast. So, and we love Pizza Express. We love coming back there. So
brilliant. So, final question. I know you got to get back to talking about, just for a second, actually, just change the subject. So you spent about 6 or 7 hours just before the Quincy Jones thing. So bumped into your dad, and you actually went out for dinner at 6:30. Because I know some of the people that went into the rehearsal area about 6 hours before. Yeah. So that was a hard slog, wasn't it?
I rocked up there about just before midday, and I think we got out about 6:30, maybe 6:45.
Yeah, it's not easy.
It was a long day. I knew it would be. I was fully prepared for it. It was very stressful, and it always is. And people, I don't think people see, they don't see that side of it. The preparation for it, because we had a lot of songs to play with. I had a lot of artists to bring in
and great
move
vocalists.
around.
Not because there's one here right now.
Yes, we have one right here. Yeah. But it was great, and it was stressful, but we pulled it together, and I think the show was great. And you loved it, right?
Yeah, it was great. It's brilliant, really good. Everyone had a great time. Got everybody up on the floor.
It was awesome.
It's been every night has been excellent.
Yeah.
So the final question was going to be with regards to, I had to crack my BB King joke. Not that joke.
Not the joke I told you before.
Yes, thank you. He was touring a lot. And the interviewer said to him, well, one day you're in Moscow, the next day you're in Budapest, whatever. He said, what do you do in your spare time? He said, try and get from one place to the other. And so the reason for asking you is because it must be difficult to try and squeeze in time for production of your next album. I mean, obviously you're working on it. I asked this question of JJ Sanseverino, actually, and like people like writers, and they make notes and things. Sometimes you make notes of melodies that come into your head that you think, actually, I could use that later on. Is that your composition process, or would you rather sit for a dedicated time in the studio?
Probably the latter. I mean, I'd like to say that I have these inspirational moments when I'm out on tour where I can quickly jot something down, but in general, like, tours are really they're really hard on your psyche in general, and like you're just focusing on playing, like just playing properly and showing up and being in the right place at the right time. So the kind of creative process for me personally, I mean, a lot of guys can do it and they can mix and match, but for me personally, I have to really set myself properly, and it has to be at home, it has to be in the studio, and it has to be with a goal in mind. So in that respect, that's why, like, I need to come off tour and have a little bit of decompression.
Because that's some of the journey, isn't it? You have to master the track. You have to make sure it's all arranged properly as well. And also you might say, actually, this is the final cut, because you want to keep improving it. You know?
Yes and no. I mean, I'm not a super perfectionist. For better or worse.
Well, you got a standard anyway. So
yeah, I do, and I'll definitely, I'll get something right, quote unquote. But a lot of times I'll let go. If I think something's vibey and something's cool, it's good in my book.
Well, on vibing and cool, you are both. In everything you do.
Well, thank you, man.
I didn't prime you up to say that, by the way. It just came out, But no, it was an absolute pleasure, and I really appreciate your time, because I know you're very busy, and you got preparation for the final night tomorrow as well to do.
Yep.
And you got to get some sleep because it's late night and it's at the after party.
That can wait.
Yeah.
That can wait.
But no, it's been an absolute pleasure, and I really, really appreciate your time.
Savvy, man. Thank you so much.
You are a dedicated musician that is doing so much for so many people, and thank you, and wish you all the best.
Bless your heart, man. Thank you for having me, Savvy. Good luck, mate.
You're welcome.
Smooth Groovers, featured artist for the hour.
couple of brilliant tracks from Ollie Silk there. We started off with Actually, and then we had New Horizons just now. Now, a reminder of when they're actually in concert. When I say they, I'm talking about Ollie Silk and Mark James. And recently we did have an interview with Mark James. They are brilliant musicians. They're going to be over at the Pizza Express. If you want tickets, I think there are some still available, but you're probably going to have to join the wait list for that. pizzaexpresslive.com is the website to go to, and the dates are the 8th and 9th of August 2025. That's Pizza Express Jazz Club over in London. Looking forward to seeing them. Well, let's continue with Mark James next with Beat Too Soon.
Dr. Savvy's Smooth Groovers Show on Radio Hillingdon.
Inspiration by Kayla Waters there, and before that we had Peak Too Soon by Mark James. Strongly encourage you to get tickets, join the waitlist and make it a brilliant event on the 8th and 9th of August down at the Peaks Express Soho Jazz Club in London. Coming up next we got Prince with a great track called Strolling.
Close the shop, let's take a drive. Take a break from 9 to 5. It's so great to be alive, oh yeah. We could rent some roller skates. We could skate around the lake. If we don't know how we'll fake it, oh yeah. Strolling, strolling. We can have fun just strolling, rocking, rolling, oh yeah. Let's forget about the times. Let's relax and ease our mind. We deserve to just feel fine, oh yeah. We can stroll the mezzanine, buy some dirty magazine, left behind it while we're eating ice cream. Strolling, strolling, we can have fun just strolling, rocking, rolling, oh See the man with the blue guitar. Maybe one day he'll be a star. Give me your ice cream and I'll give the keys to my car. There's so much hate going round. Hard to not let it get you down. The least we can do is make a joyful sound. Oh yeah, strolling, strolling. We can have fun just strolling, rocking, rolling, oh yeah. Strolling, strolling, oh, we rock and rolling, oh yeah. Close the shop, let's take a ride. We take a break from 9 to 5. So great to be alive. Oh yeah, strolling. We strolling, oh, rock and rolling, oh yeah, strolling, strolling. We have fun just strolling,
Very smooth indeed. One of my favourite tracks by Prince. Well, how many favourites can the doc have? As many as we want. That's Strolling by Prince. Haven't heard that one for a while. Coming up next, we got My Inspiration. Now, it's a live track from the Philharmonie Luxembourg by Miles Sanko. It's called My Inspiration. And can you believe our first hour coming to an end? Don't worry, I'll be back straight after the news with some more great music, and we will have a version excursion at some stage.
My happiness is gone. With autumn, winter, spring, gone with all the song. The bluebirds used to sing. I know where I belong. In the magic smell of green, I'll never be alone. If you're shining down on me, I know you come every single year. Bring back my happiness. Even when I'm gone, you will keep on keeping on. I know you come every single year. Bring back my happiness. Even when I'm gone, you will keep on. The first sign of your love is always through to me. Smiling up above now, fulfilling all my ever dreams. I'm looking to the sky and wish my feet to leave the ground. I wanna chase you all my life, 'cause in you my joy is found. Oh, oh, oh. I know you come every single year. Bring back my happiness. Even when I'm gone, you will keep on keeping on. I know you come every single year. Bring back my happiness. Even when I'm gone, you will keep on keeping on. Yeah, right on. Hey. All right, all right, all right, all right. Yeah, hey, hey. Come on now. Yeah, yeah. I dream black and white. I see colors now. Whoa. Oh, why? Well, I know you are, Lord, yeah, my inspiration. I know you come every single year. Bring back my happiness. Even when I'm gone, you will keep on keeping on. I know you come every single year. Bring back my happiness, a part of me. Even when I'm gone, you will keep on keeping on. I can't wait for a new day, yeah. I can't wait for a new day, new day. I can't wait for a new day, new day. Said I can't wait for a new day, no, no, no. I can't wait for a new day, new day. I can't wait for a new day, no, no, no. I can't wait for a new day, new day. Said I don't wanna wait, I don't wanna wait, no, no. I don't wanna wait, no. No, 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 no. I don't wanna wait. I don't wanna wait. No, 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 no. Hey! I don't wanna wait. I don't wanna wait. I don't wanna wait. Listen. For the sun to come shining down on me. For the sun to come shining down on me. For the sun to come shining down on me. For the sun to come shining down on me. For the sun to come shining down. For the sun to come shining down. For the sun to come shining down on me. Yeah. For the sun to come shining down. For the suddenly come shining down on me and you, on me and you. Hey, I can't wait for a new day, new day. I can't wait for a new day, no, no, no. I can't wait for a new day, new day. Said I don't wanna wait, I don't wanna wait, no, no. Hey, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. Said I can't wait for a new day, yeah, yeah. All right.
You're listening to the Smooth Groover Show for great jazz, funk, soul, chill, and more with the Doc.
sure you agree. It's a great way to start our second hour together with the Doc on the Smooth Groovers for great jazz, funk, soul, chill and more. Lots of great artists on this particular track. It's called Timeless, the alto sax version by Lesend, Alphonse Gulucci, as well as Mayo, Constance, Albert, Fratis and Lenny Sendersky. Well, we wish him all the best with that great track. Well, coming up next, we got Heartwood by Lawson Rollins, and then we got some lovely nuggets coming up.
Two great classic album tracks back to back. The Smooth Groover Nuggets on Radio Hillingdon.
He said goodbye to the cannonball when Curtis Jackson was yet to crawl. He had a photo of the Gran Torino from Ohio on the wall. He got deeper into the sound when the big debate was Watergate. Marlena and Roberta made him feel like making love. He remembers the boogie brought down the house, the DJs turned it out in 1975. His surrender was total and complete, down to his dancing feet, and he gave it up for love. Santana played with the winds of fire, and the way the world became his heart's desire. He met a girl, freckles on her face. They found a place for the summer. This was a time of space and rhapsody. His hair was long, Lord knows the sound was funky. Herbie and Stevie held the keys to his fantasy. He remembers the boogie brought down the house, the DJs turned it out in 1975. His surrender was total and complete, down to his dancing feet, and he gave it up for love. He remembers the boogie brought down the house, the DJs turned it out in 1975. His surrender was total and complete, down to his dancing feet, and he gave it up for love. 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 He remembers the boogie brought down the house, the DJs turned it out in 1975. His surrender was total and complete, down to his dancing feet, and he gave it up for love. He remembers the boogie brought down the house, the DJs turned it out in 1975. His surrender was total and complete, down to his dancing feet, and he gave it up for love.
The Smooth Groover Nuggets on Radio Hillingdon.
If you want my loving, if you really do, don't be afraid, baby. Just ask me. You know I'm gonna give it to you. Oh, and I do declare, I wanna see you with it. Stretch out your arms, little boy, you're gonna get it. 'Cause I love you. Baby, 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 I love you. Ain't no doubt about it, baby, I love you. Baby, 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 I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you, baby, I love you. If you feel you wanna kiss me, go right ahead, I don't mind. All you got to do is snap your fingers, and I'll come running. I ain't lying, I ain't lying. Oh, what you want, little boy, you know you got it. I deny myself before I see you without it. 'Cause I love you. Baby, 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 I love you. Ain't no doubt about it, baby, I love you. Baby, 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 I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you, baby, I love you.
about wonderful tracks and memorable tracks like that one there, Baby I Love You by Aretha Franklin, is the fact that they tell a story. Even if you listen to the previous track, 1975 by Incognito, a recent release, it really does tell you about a person who loved the music and continues to. I wonder who they're talking about. Coming up next, a great track by Lisa Edo. It's called Diamond Dress. That is Lisa Adedo, spelled Lisa for Lisa, Addeo. Check out her website, lisaadedo.com. Now, there is a wonderful story. You know, I love stories, especially when they've got something to do with music. When she was 5 years old, she was dropped off to her parents' best friend. I think she was called Jackie, and she taught her, that's Jackie, how to play a great track on the piano, and then she was hooked, as she says, ever since. And I'm sure you agree, she's got a great talent there. Well, coming up next, we've got our featured artist for the hour. It's going to be Niles Langren. I had a chance to meet him recently. What a great guy. This is from his funk unit, starting off with Los Avios, and then we've got On the One.
Smooth Groovers, featured artist for the hour.
Langren there in terms of his funk unit. Now he's a member of other bands as well. I'll tell you about them right now. Happens to be Little Mike and the Sweet Soul Music Band. Check out all their great music. Now he's been doing some great music in recent years, and especially as part of that funk unit. I've got 3 of his albums. Had a chance to meet him recently. He happens to be from Sweden, described as an R&B, funk and jazz trombone player. He's also known as the man with the red horn because he does, and I've seen it, play a red trombone. Well, coming up next, we've got somebody else who I've met recently, Kim Scott. What a great artist. Now we're going to take her track, So What Have I Rise, and turn it into a version excursion with the original by Herb Alpert, and then Eugene Groove featuring Paul Brown with Rise.
Groovers, the version excursion. Smooth Groovers, the version excursion.
version of Rise. And that is Eugene Groove featuring Paul Brown. That is a triple version excursion because right in the middle we had the original by Herb Alpert and then we started it off with Kim Scott. Well, coming up next we've got a great artist who had a chance to interview a few years ago. Lynn Roundtree's got a brand new album out. Check out a recent release called So Naturally.
Dr. Savvy's Smooth Groovers Show on Radio Hillingdon.
Don't wanna stop.
the 12-inch version of that classic track by Billy Ocean called Caribbean Queen. That one going out to Sharon. Wish it all the best. Well, coming up next, we've got Steve Oliver with A Kind Heart. And here's a bit of a self-plug. I recently wrote a book called Humankind. It's all about short stories about demonstrating kindness and love, as well as the fact that there's some photo essays at the back. Well, that's enough of that. Let's carry on with A Kind Heart. And I'm going to leave you because I'm going to head out the studio door. And then I shall see you next time on the Smooth Groovers for great jazz, funk, soul, chill and more. Stay well. All the best. Cheerio. Bye.
PRS licensed Smooth Groovers podcasts contain smooth jazz, jazz funk, soul and much more.
Well, we hope you enjoyed that show. It was broadcast live earlier. We will continue with Beyond the Groove shows just to keep the funk, the soul, the chill, jazz, smoothness. And let's not forget, your podcast revolution is